Hi everyone. In this video, we'll explore how Logto as identity provider can streamline your user experience with consent for third-party apps. Logto offers a versatile identity provider solution. Whether you're using it as a social or enterprise identity provider, its OpenID Connect connections provide seamless integration. The console allows you to create multiple third-party apps for various purposes. Let's walk through the consent experience for a B2C app, where your service acts as the social identity provider. Imagine a third-party game app that wants users to log in with your service. We'll create a basic OIDC connection for the game app. Grant the necessary user data permissions, and customize the branding and terms displayed on the consent page. Now, let's switch to the game app. We'll use another Logto tenant in dark mode for demonstration purposes. Absolutely, you can use any third-party service you prefer. Here, we'll add a social connector named Social IdP and configure it using the connection details. Finally, we'll add a Continue with Social IdP button to the game app's sign-in page. Let's try logging in. Sign in to the game app and choose Continue with Social IdP. Since you're not currently signed in to your identity provider in this browser, you'll be redirected to the login page first. Once you log in, you'll see the consent page. This page displays branding, information of both your identity provider and the third-party game app, your user account information, the specific data scopes the game app is requesting, the app's terms and privacy policy. Otherwise, you can switch accounts using the button provided. Users can review the information carefully before making a decision. If it's the correct account, users can authorize the request. Upon authorization, users will be successfully logged in to the game app 8. Returning to the Logto dashboard, you'll see a new user account linked with the identifier from your social identity provider. Let's see how Logto facilitates B2B or B2E identity management and consent for B2B apps. In this identity provider tenant, there are multiple organizations and an enterprise user with a specific email domain joining several of them. Here's the process. In the Logto console, we'll create a third-party app for a B2B SaaS application. We'll configure the connection parameters, grant user data permissions, including the user's organization role and information, and optionally request organization and API permissions. Branding can also be customized here. Now, let's switch to the B2B SaaS app. Since we're using Logto as the enterprise identity provider for single sign-on, we'll configure an enterprise connector in the app. This configuration will ensure that users with the @silverhand.io email domain are authenticated via SSO using your identity provider. Let's try logging in. Clicking the single sign-on button or entering the enterprise email will initiate the process. Since the user is already signed in to your identity provider, they'll be redirected directly to the consent page. Here, the user can review the organization permissions requested. They can then select the specific organization they want to authorize access to. Currently, authorizing only one organization at a time is supported. After authorization, the user will be granted access to the B2B SaaS app. Returning to the Logto dashboard, you'll see a new user account linked with the identifier from your enterprise identity provider. Additional notes. If organization permissions are requested, the consent page will clearly display the specific permissions for each organization. We have explored the consent process with Logto as your identity provider. Logto offers a cost-effective, simple, and practical solution for managing user consent in your applications. Visit logto.io to learn more.